Your kid
say words again.
Shit, words. Our words killed birds. I got to go get my power cord for my second computer. Yeah, I got the Mac.
I say, what am I?
Huh?
One of my kids was fucking with it, and I could only hear you out of my left ear.
Good thing your left ear is not the deaf one.
Yeah. What?
Huh? I'm gonna go get the power cord for the Mac because I want to pull up the website stuff on there for our. I see what you're doing.
No, please go ahead. Come on, do your goofy
Kids
shit.
saying goodnight.
Well, I say goodnight to the kids, but now the wife's got to do the weird shit in the background.
So she just start dancing in the background. All right.
What's the movie? Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah, where they're like fucking around.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, so that's what she does every single time I get this fired
It's awesome.
Up.
We're big movie buffs here, so we like the movie references. It looks like I got yellow bars in my corner. Oh, look at Grogu.
You do.
How adorable.
All three kids have one.
I got two of them behind, or all three of them are behind me. But all right, I'll be right back.
So anyways, and that was the third time.
Fuck.
God damn it. So anyways, that was the third time.
Third time what?
That I got VD.
You got VD. Nice.
I was just telling everyone just a story.
Gotta love this
to help pass the time.
Love the stories of the service when you get VD. That's pretty funny.
You're not getting too much background noise, are you? On my end? Okay, good.
Why?
Wife's watching TV.
Oh, okay. So
she's going to be the live studio audience.
Oh.
That will only hear what I say.
Okay. Well, if I hear anything, I can always, edit her out of the background. Unless we just click and dump, like you suggested.
Yeah.
So I just found these blocks. These are solid oak, and these were used. They were supposed to be mounts on a wall for a big solid oak gate I made for my friend's baby gate, like the bottom of their stairs to match their railing set. There's a YouTube video on it. And turns out I couldn't use these, for what I wanted to. So I thought, I'm going to laminate them.
Now you got a big hunk of oak.
Mallet.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Why waste it? I haven't made a mallet. This will be a good practice mallet. I'll laminate it together. I can get those oak things that you put in here or I could just put some dowel rods or dowels. That's not what I was thinking. Hold on. I got to take this hat off because
not a Vanderbilt
keep
guy?
hitting the microphone and yeah. Yeah, so I thought, okay, I could do dowels. That'll work. But then I could make a mallet out of these. That'd be cool. So
you could make a mallet.
And it's heavy, man.
Yeah. You wouldn't even have to put it in the BBs or anything to make it a dead blow mallet.
Probably not. I might want to, though, just for practice purposes.
Yeah.
So much has happened since we've last had a show. Oh, real quick. Not to get too much into it, but my sister's here. My twin sister. I have a twin.
Okay.
Name's Michelle.
Yeah. Twinning.
Actually, her daughter just came over right now. So Michelle had COVID last week. And she's a bartender, and she's always, she's out in the public and stuff. So she caught COVID, and she called and asked if she can come over for a while. So she's staying with us for a short bit, and her daughter just got really sick since yesterday, and she was over here visiting, and now they're upstairs taking the COVID test, and it's my niece probably has COVID now, but my dog,
nice,
yeah. The whole point of my story is my dog is loving that my sister's here.
All the attention.
Well, my dog's an asshole. My dog's the reason I tore this tendon, remember, on September 11th? Mm-hmm. Because I didn't want him to get my food, and I ran out to the garage and ripped. Okay. Yeah. So my sister is staying for the short time in my daughter's room. My daughter's at her boyfriend's house. So my sister first gets here. She's got all of her stuff. and she puts it on the bed. She's got like contact lens boxes and a brush and a toothbrush. Fucking dog ate it all. Like just,
Yeah.
And then today I wake up early at like 3:30 and I come stumbling down the stairs and my sister and my wife are watching TV. And my wife goes, "Oh, I wish I would have known you were going to be up," because they went to this beef place, not Portillo's, but another good beef place. And my sister said, do you want half of my cheesy beef? And I'm like, "No, man, I got to eat some breakfast food." So then Michelle goes away to do whatever. It's like, I don't know, 20 minutes later, I walk in the kitchen to start my coffee, and I look on the floor, and there's like a wrapper, part of a wrapper that goes around a beef sandwich. And I come out and I go to my wife. I'm like, is someone missing something? Because I found a wrapper on the floor. She's like, "No, I don't think so." So I come sit back down and watching the Cowboy game on delay. And then my sister comes down the stairs and she goes into the kitchen. And then she comes into the dining room. She goes, "My beef sandwich is gone." Fucking dog went on the countertop because she had put it up against the wall, dragged it.
Yeah. So you're telling me it was a good beef?
Ate a cheesy beef. He ate.
Ooh, cheesy.
He's a cheesy beef thief. He's the beef thief now. That's what I'm calling him. He ate the beef with the wrapper. The only thing that was left was a small piece of wrapper.
Hey, do what you got to do, man. He doesn't have an opposable thumb. He's working with what the good Lord.
He does not want to see her leave. He does not get people food, by the way. And now she is. It's like Christmas for him because she's leaving everything. Now she's leaving the room, and now she's making him. Because my dog, when I come down here to the shop, if he sees me put my gym shoes on, he runs up and hides in my daughter's closet because he's afraid of the machines.
Huh.
So I told her the other day, I'm like, "Can you, when you're not in the room, can you please leave the door open? Because Rolo, my dog's name, Rolo will go hide in the closet when I go in the shop." And she's like, "Yeah, but Hunter, my son, told me when I leave the room, I should shut the door." I'm like, because she was leaving stuff out, stuff that you wouldn't think a dog would eat, like a hairbrush and contact lenses. So I said, "Well, just put all that shit up where he can't get it, and then leave the door open. But if you have stuff out, shut the door." I mean, not my sister's going on. "Shut the door, open the door. What the fuck do you want me to do?" So I don't know. So
yeah, my poor guy. He's last Wednesday he had his surgery, so now he's stuck over in the corner, half shaven on one side, just hating life.
And his owners.
No, he still likes us because now he'll be able to use all four legs again.
Yeah, what was the surgery for? Knee surgery?
Yeah, so before we got him, he tore his ACL on his right side. And then because our beagle had the same surgery, then the vet told us, "Hey, chances are the other one's going to go at some point." We knew that there was a chance one of them was going to tear the other one. And then, sure enough, he tore it. So then went and wife and kids had to drive all the way to Sacramento, which is about 2.5 hours away to have the surgery. So
well,
that was their Wednesday.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that was their penance.
Yeah.
Now you get to take the dog for surgery.
Yeah. No, they turned it into a day of checking out the state capitol and going to a train museum.
Oh, that's cool.
They had a good time.
You got to make an adventure out of it.
Yeah, and I mean, turned it into just like an impromptu field trip since they're homeschooled.
Yeah,
so
that's cool. Well, we have a question this week. Don't let me forget.
Oh, we do?
It actually came in probably 2 months ago.
Oh.
We're
very prompt in getting to these questions. I mean, unless your name's David Franklin, we kind of put you on the back burner.
And didn't do it by choice. It was in our DMs, I think, on our Handcuffs and Sawdust page. I think.
Well, somebody should check that.
Yeah, I know. You know what? Something else.
Who runs that? Who runs that page?
I'm not going to throw Nelson under the bus because he set everything up for me.
I was going to say, I know it's Nelson because on Veterans Day, it was conspicuously just Coast Guard themed. And I laughed and I laughed.
That's awesome. He does have access to it because he set it up. So him and I will both like post on it, but
Oh, I know you post on it because all of your stories get like reposted.
yeah, because I got to share that stuff. So
any stories I post, they never get reposted unless I specifically tag
I can give you the login, and you can also log in and post stuff on our. The thing I was trying to get to was our Facebook page, the Handcuffs and Sawdust podcast,
Holy shit, we have a Facebook?
and that's how much stuff is on it. Because
is it one of those like it's created, it just cross posts everything that we put on Instagram and we don't ever mess with the Facebook side?
But only Nelson has administrative rights, even though I logged into it. So I can't get our stuff from IG to post to it until I have a conversation with Nelson, because it sent an email to the administrator, which wasn't me, and it was Nelson. And I'm like, God, it's like 2 a.m. I'm at work trying to get shit done. I'm like, oh man. Okay. Well, now I got a note to self. Got to ask Nelson to give me administrative access.
I feel like if this is our thing, we should both be kind of in the loop on that.
Yeah. Well, we have a team, right? We have Don Can, the dysfunctional woodworker. He did our graphics design and stuff. And Nelson was the person who started the social media stuff for us, IG and Facebook. That's why it's not just me and you behind the scenes. You know, we got a team of guys.
Well, I know that there's other people behind the scenes.
Yeah, so Nelson just happens to be
just for the sake of lightening everyone's load, if we have 3 eyes that can access it.
Yeah, well, I'll give you the login for the IG stuff, so you can post stuff on IG as well. And it's funny because people that like message us go, is this Mike or Nelson? Because Nelson will post stuff on there too. So I'm like, no, it's Mike. This time it's Mike. It's Mike. Mike's here. The guy who started
just
it
at the end with the M.
Right, at the end. Put an M.
Whoa. This was co-started.
Co-started. What?
I jumped down about 5 minutes after you had the thought.
I said, I'm doing a podcast. Who wants to help? Who join in? You're like, I'm on it. I want in. I'm like, good. And then someone said, why do you want to do a Oh, that was coffee. Why do you want to do a podcast? Because law enforcement needs a podcast that talks about what's really going on in the world. That's why.
Well, they exist.
Yeah, but not in the woodworking community.
Well, yeah.
So I'm gonna.
I think we are the.
Yeah, we are it.
Like our group is the law enforcement woodworking community.
Yeah, I found we're in 3 more countries, and I'll read that off. You know, at some other point. I'm trying to find the question here.
And I'm a multi-dollar international business now. Just
you sold one thing overseas, did you?
I sold 2 things.
Giddy up.
Overseas to France.
What'd you sell?
That's what I said. I said wee. Two sets of coasters.
Oh, nice. I've got all this wood sitting around. I said
that because of our supply chain is still sitting in LA, and I shipped it out when I shipped out David Franklin's tumbler.
Okay. All right.
So, French guy. It's
French
coming.
guy. Hey, French guy.
I actually think his name is Francois.
It could be.
I mean, I can't read French.
All right, here's the question.
But on the order form, it looked like it could be Francois.
Francois.
Which is like Jose or John.
I don't think it's John.
Well, I mean, like super common, Mike.
Oh.
Super common.
I thought you meant the translation. Like
directly translated, it's Frank.
Right. And I'm sure it is.
Hold on, I gotta yell at my beagle. What the hell is wrong with you?
Beagle Bailey.
She's like staring at the fireplace going... Like, I swear to Christ, if you keel over right now, I'm going to lose it. Quit being weird. Just lay down. Old dogs are a trip, man.
Yeah, they are.
They're like people. They make weird noises.
So do you.
Well, yeah, but that's just... It's like a mental health thing.
Hey, is this episode 31?
Yeah,
it is, because you had Brandon's Dirty 30.
Yeah, that's the episode I wrote. And then did you write one after that?
Yes, I sent it to you.
You didn't send one to me for this one.
Yeah, I did. Oh, maybe it's...
No, you didn't.
Hold on. Maybe it's still...
Bullshit.
Shh, maybe it's still on my Mac. I wrote it.
Did you forget to click send again?
I wrote it. I had a very busy week.
That's okay. We just talk about... Yeah, this is 31.
All right. I'm going to bring it up anyways because there were some certain things in there. We have a Heroes of the Week and stuff, Also, unfortunately, I had a friend die this week. He's a police officer. I went to the academy with me. They had... His department already lost another officer last week. And then he was at that officer's funeral on Monday. And then Tuesday morning, he didn't report for work, and they found him dead. Heart attack.
Oh, man.
So
we had a former officer that was working as a security guard for a local news station.
Yeah.
Murdered in
I saw that. They shot him on the street or something, right? They tried to steal the camera equipment. Did you know that guy?
I didn't know him personally. He had moved on from our agency well before my time.
I guess he worked for a number of agencies, right?
Yeah, so he left here and then ended up being a sergeant in Colma and then retired out of there and then was doing the security work on the side. But they had his funeral in our city.
Okay.
Which brought up an interesting question for us. And not diminishing the fact that he was murdered or anything, but if you're a retired officer not working in a law enforcement capacity, like you're not a reserve or
an auxiliary
like
or part-time.
Yeah, you're no longer associated with any law enforcement agency. You're working as a security guard and you're murdered. Does that warrant the full
police funeral,
like line of duty death funeral
from a law enforcement agency?
Yeah,
I would say no.
And that's kind of what we were thinking. It's like,
right?
No, but I mean, there was a full thing. Like the Civic Center in our city was pretty well packed.
Well, that's good to see.
It's great for the family, and
right.
I'd rather Oakland PD be able to ID these guys and bring them to justice. But
unbelievable.
I mean, it's good that they were able to have that.
I'm glad that the city did that for him, but
well, I don't know if the city covered the bill, but it was the full procession, all that stuff. So I don't know. It was something that we were talking about on the last day of the FTO school, and we kind of had the same thinking of well, does that end up kind of diminishing the meaning of those
funerals,
like actual line of duty funerals, if you're just going to hand it out for anybody that, I mean, granted, yeah, that's a super tragic occurrence, but
yeah,
I don't know, just something that we were kicking back and forth.
Yeah, it's something good to talk about, because it does make sense as a subject to broach. Because I don't know many municipalities that would do that for a guy who left.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And I don't blame them for not doing that. That's if you're working for a private company.
Right. That's like when I retire.
And you've been retired for years.
Right.
But he was a really good dude from what I gathered. I know a bunch of the older
that
guys.
Knew him.
That knew him. I was sitting there listening to stories about him, and he was genuinely a good dude.
Oh, that's very sad.
Hey, look, a rundown.
Yeah. Oh, look, you got a rundown. See? Told you I sent it. And because we got the Rittenhouse trial to talk about, because we didn't even talk about that. Something.
I think we can, we'll get through that fairly quickly.
Yeah. So also the other thing was, what else happened? The fallen officers, obviously, there's been more since I added these two, but
yeah. There was a corrections guy that ended up passing away in the tornadoes.
Yeah, I just read the story, and there were seven correctional inmates that were helping. They were with this guy. The building collapsed on them. 6 of them were rescued. The 7th guy escaped from the hospital after he was rescued.
Hey, shoot or shoot, man.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. All right, so let's start this puppy, shall we?
Yeah, let's start the show.
All right, we're going to start.
Thank you for watching today's pre-show, brought to you by
Marrazzo Woodworking.
Grogu.
Oh,
You ruined
Grogu.
it.
Okay, go ahead. Grogu. There's Grogu there. There's a Grogu.
No, Mike ruined it.
Go. I can edit that.
Trying to be
No, I'm
funny.
not gonna do it. Oh, by the way, real quick
Don't
before we
edit
end this,
Okay.
did you watch the last pre-show? Because you said I don't normally watch the pre-shows, but I'm wondering if Mike's going to leave this in. And then you probably didn't even
not
watch
with
it.
not with the week that I've had. No,
It's been 3 weeks, but whatever.
it has not been 3 weeks. It's been like 2,
Okay, 2 weeks.
and it's been very busy.
2 weeks since it came out.
Yeah, so it's been busy too.
Okay.
I haven't had a chance to watch much of anything.
All right.
Did you leave it in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course I did. My sister was listening to it. We were driving around. When my niece left here the other night to go home, she ran out of gas on the expressway at like 2 a.m. So we had the pre-show on. From the last episode, my sister was laughing her ass off. All right. So thank you for watching the pre-show on YouTube. Thanks for listening on your favorite podcast platform. Stay tuned for the full episode.
The real show.
Episode 31 coming to you next.
Well, I mean, like for you guys, it's going to actually be like a day or two, but for us, it's going to be
Right
like 10
next.
seconds.
Yeah, right next. So, hey, let's...
Wrap me out.
Huh?
Wrap me out.
Right meow. Going out. We're leaving. Talking out. We're running the show out. We're going out. Peace.
Where are we going?
Bye.